Nick, what's your top? The Deathstroke.
Top pick of the week, man. Talk about it.
All right. Hey guys. So 1 month later, we're here. We're live. We're doing it. I am Nick, the Violent Casket, and my pick of the week is is it on here? Here we go.
Did that come
Boom.
out this week?
What?
The Deathstroke Inc. #2. Did that come out this week?
Yeah, it did actually.
Before you start talking too much about it, isn't Matt reading that right now?
Yeah,
So I'm not gonna talk too much
he's-
about it.
Okay.
Basically, I picked this as my pick of the week for the show. On my individual reviews, my pick of the week was Robin, but I'm gonna shout this out as my pick of the week because I did not like the first issue, and this was a huge redemption for me. It really got me back in. I was about to drop it after this issue, and it completely changed it up, changed the game on me. I'm completely sold for at least 2 to 3 more issues.
Damn.
But yeah, I thought this was an awesome. I like the character development. I liked how they used the characters and the villain that they took on. I liked everything about this book, and I thought it was a really, really solid pick.
Nice.
So for me, mine was Moon Knight.
Sorry, what?
Surprisingly,
after we talked to you about this and you told us that it wasn't that good.
I was just messing around. First of all, let me make that straight. Talking about Moon Knight, it was just really good. It was I think I've never heard of Tigra. Like I've heard of her, but I've never read anything about her.
Yep.
But her dynamic with Moon Knight, that was really nice. They like joking around, making him look like an idiot. What's the receptionist's name or whatever, the assistant?
Oh, the vampire girl?
Yeah. Like both of them, she was like, "Oh, this is Mr. Knight," and she's like, "Oh, you call him Mr. Knight?" And then when he answers the phone and he like calls himself Mr. Knight, they're laughing at him. That was hilarious. His whole like therapy session of why he wears the mask and then talking to Tiger at the end, which is like basically another therapy session. I really enjoyed those dynamics. But my main reason why this was the pick of the week was how he handled being blackmailed. This guy calls him, says, "Hey, I have your money, so you have to do what I tell you." And he's like, "Okay." And he starts doing everything. Like he's just calm, cool, collected. All right, I'll do what you need me to. In his head, he's basically saying like, "All right, I'm going to take care of 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to take care of this bad guy wants me to take care of this other bad guy." So he goes and takes care of that bad guy. And then he goes, "But at the same time, I've been working behind the scenes to find out who's blackmailing me." And then he goes and takes care of him easily. 1 story, not like a whole 5-issue storyline or anything. It's just, all right, I found you. You're not scaring me, and we're done. Like this is it. Like you're not blackmailing me. I don't need the money. That was my favorite thing. Was I am a priest. I don't need your money. I don't need money, and that doesn't scare.
That was
me.
awesome. That was
And,
so
like,
badass.
awesome.
So like the whole issue was just him being like badass, and you're not stopping me. Take my money. I don't care. But thanks for the tip. Thanks for the hot tip of this other bad guy. Took care of him. Appreciate it. So that was pretty awesome.
And hey, I gotta say, man, like Moon Knight loses all his money, and it's like nothing happened to him. Batman loses his money, and he's a little bitch. I mean,
I gotta.
Hey, we're not gonna be calling people by their names, okay? Okay.
I'm just
You got a point. Nuno's got a point. You got to calm down right now.
We got a lot of Batman fan in here, and we're not gonna do that.
No, but on the real though, Moon Knight has been a badass in pretty much every issue, and like you mentioned, I love that he's been calm and collected. I gotta give it up to I hope that I pronounced his name right, Alessandro Capucci's art.
Oh my god,
it's beautiful, man.
The way they drew Tigra, mind blowing.
Beautiful.
It was a good introduction to her.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Like, obviously, you guys have heard me talk about how much I love the West Coast Avengers. This was like really cool for me. Not only to see them together, but to have her bring it up so many times.
Yeah,
I was thinking about you the whole time that they were having that interaction, man. And what did you guys think about the scene when, Mark Moon Knight takes off his mask and he
Dude,
tells
that was really emotional.
that was rough, man. When he takes off his mask and he tells a Tiger like, I'm messed up. Like
I don't
you
like
know?
the face that I see in the mirror.
Exactly. Like
like
I
yeah.
thought my favorite
Mhm.
part was the therapy session where he's like, Mark is no one.
yeah.
Like that hurt.
Yeah. And
Like I read Spider-Man before this. So Spider-Man had a therapy session than this man does. This man completely was way more emotional.
yep.
You know
And
what? Speaking of Spider-Man, and like I don't think anybody's gonna talk about this book, Daredevil. And Nick, I know that you're just now starting to read it, but Carlos, did you read Daredevil?
the latest one?
Most recent one? Yeah.
The latest one I haven't. It's on my pile to read.
Basically, all I have to say about that
No,
is Spider-Man kind of shows up. It's not really a spoiler because he lives in New York, so
Yeah.
it happens. He shows up, but the way he acts
Is it
is
Ben
not very
Reilly?
Spider-Man like. And I was just like, whoever's writing this, which I think, who's writing Daredevil?
Chip Zdarsky.
Which he usually does no wrong. That is just keep that in mind for issue 35, or 35 of Daredevil.
And I have a question. When you say Spider-Man shows up, like, is the timeline like fully caught up here? We're not looking at like flashbacks. So it is Ben Reilly
right now. Yeah.
It is
No,
Ben Reilly.
I'm sorry. No, that's Peter Parker. Never mind.
It's Peter Parker.
That's what I'm saying. So okay, yeah.
Okay. Because
Interesting.
the one shot for or the miniseries that's been the tie-in for Devil's Reign?
Devil's Reign.
It's gonna be
Riley.
Ben Reilly.
Riley.
He's on the cover of that.
Interesting. I would definitely keep that in mind. And the last thing that I want to say about Moon Knight, what I'm also enjoying is that every character that shows up really feels like their own person. And what makes good shows and good movies a lot of the times is a good supporting cast. And I feel like Moon Knight has been accomplishing that. And like you mentioned, Manny, Tiger showing up, her introduction was great. And the interaction that she had with his assistant, Reese, was great. I've been really liking Reese. We haven't gotten much of her, but she just seems like a cool character. I don't know.
I really am enjoying what Manny said, how the stories are like one shots almost, how they're like very compact and contained, and you get a lot of information in each issue and you don't feel like it's being dragged, which currently is my biggest problem, my biggest pet peeve in comics, is that everything wants to be stretched out for like 5, 6, 7 issues. But Moon Knight has just been, every issue has just been its own like self-contained little progression.
Yeah, exactly. But there is an underlying story there.
There's an underlying story, but you feel like it's like if I was to pick up this issue and just read it with very little context, I would be satisfied with what I read. I wouldn't be confused or lost.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think that's my ideal kind of story. 1 to 2 issues max, short storylines.
And I don't have a picture for this, but Matt, I think you said Flash, was it 774?
Hey, you done spoiling the shit out of Moon Knight for me? Thanks.
I didn't know you were reading it.
It's all good. I wasn't listening. I was on my phone.
Since when have you started reading it?
I thought you didn't like the first issue.
Oh, what? So I just drop it first issue. You got to give it a chance.
I drop it right now. I drop it issue 0.
Hey?
Hey,
well, clearly you don't go on my Instagram because you would have saw I reviewed issue 2 and said it was a great issue. But anyway,
so yeah, good. Moon Knight is Mark Spector. I'm sorry to tell you that. I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Woo! So you liked it. You liked that issue. Manny, shame on you. Shame on you, Manny.
Nick, I'll save the drama. Me and Manny had a nice, because I got in here nice and early. Me and Manny had a nice, mature conversation about this book. Yeah, so I understand where Manny's coming from, and I understand. He wants
I do too. I completely understand, and he has his right to do whatever he wants. I'm just still upset with him. Personally.
I'll keep my mouth shut. It's fine.
I was gonna tell you guys, Matt. I'm sorry too. You like Moon Knight? The book that I read this week was the Kang the Conqueror. I'm trying to that's what I'm trying to keep up to date. And they got Moon Knight in there back in the day.
Oh shit! What? I gotta read that now.
I'm telling you guys like Moon Knight. He looks sick in there.
Nice.
Sorry, Matt. Sorry about that.
Keep it going.
Yeah. So this issue was really good. It's about. Well, I can spoil it because you guys obviously read it. What's his daughter's freaking name? I keep forgetting. Ari.
It's Irie.
So it's about father and son kind of relationship. He takes his daughter to the dance, and obviously Doctor Dream,
Nightmare.
Doctor Nightmare, who's just a rip-off scarecrow. Just pretty much puts everyone to sleep. And then Flash got to save the day. And I can understand when people will say, the daughter hasn't had any training and she's going straight into the fight with her dad. It's a bit, silly. I get that when because got to take in the good with the bad. But I just like the father and son bond. I liked how they're starting to train Irie up because we obviously know she becomes a hero in the future. But man, it was just really, 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 really good to finally get a good Flash issue. The last 2-3 years they've shit on Wally West, and this Wally West reminded me of Wally West from the 90s when
Mark
he was
Wade
around then.
style.
Mark Wade style. So for people that didn't read Mark Wade and have just read this Flash, they won't understand how much that relates to that.
I read every single issue of Mark Wade's.
Mark off.
Somebody send Manny a cake. He wants a
that
cookie.
being said,
he read every issue.
We know DC. We know when it comes to really, really good comics, there's always a letdown with the next issue. So
talk about
great
the
issue.
art.
Nope.
Talk about the art.
If I was Manny and I decided I was going to get off the Flash run, I agree with him. Now would be the best time to jump off it.
He
Damn.
read the next issue digitally. Anyone that's watching this, he didn't actually drop it. He just read it digitally. So don't let him lie to you.
Just to make sure that I did a good thing. And guess what? I didn't like it. I didn't like the next issue.
That's a lie. You told me you enjoyed it. You're fake.
This is an issue to end on because it's a fucking brilliant, great, heartfelt kind of one-shot issue. I can understand why Manny jumped off because at least he's leaving it.
I have a question for you, Matt. I have a question.
On a good note. Yeah.
How did you feel about the way the dialogue they're giving to Wally? I think they personified Wally very well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I'd also agree with kind of Manny with the part where, like we were having a discussion before we came online, that the guy's just letting his daughter just wear this helmet to get into her dreams that you don't know what the outcome's going to be for the daughter. You're pretty much just saying, here, daughter, try this. If you die, all the best, I'll miss you.
Yeah, but she's got the Speed Force. She's got the Speed Force. He trusts the Speed Force.
When she says, oh, it's too late, you can't call the Justice League, they're not going to make it in time. It's like, who the fuck said? Why is it too late? Y'all are speedsters. Like, what is going on here?
Run there, grab him, and run back.
Well, didn't they
they haven't got their powers.
They lost their speed, though.
They lost their speed, correct. But I look at it as if Wally does it and something goes wrong, how's the little girl going to how's the daughter going to save the day? Because you know what I mean? Like if the daughter does it and something goes wrong, the dad's smart enough to fix the problem, whatever's going wrong. And also the reason she's doing it is obviously kids can have good, easy dreams of anything. Because obviously guys that aren't reading it, this helmet that they give creates your dreams come to life.
Right. Or your nightmares.
Your nightmares come to life. So this girl dreams of all these toys, and these toys help fight the bad guy. Because
that's what I need. That's what I need.
Instead of making you
I need those toys.
See things through fear from a gas, he's giving you a helmet that makes you see your nightmares through your dreams. It's just a rip-off scarecrow.
Yeah, but
it is a rip-off.
It was a little bit different than Scarecrow in the way that the people aren't awake experiencing the nightmares and everything.
But their nightmares come to life.
But all those people are now asleep. He's now using them for his end goal. Everyone else is asleep.
but his
I think it's a
angle
little
is
bit
stupid.
different. I also like that how like his like whole thing against Terrific Tech or whatever it was, like while he happened to work there. I don't know.
Not Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, Mr. Terrific is tied.
He's
Yeah,
a whole
Mr.
part
Terrific
of
Mr.
it.
gave
Terrific
Wally
is
a
Wally
job.
West's boss.
Yeah.
And
Which-
so that
Mr.
Wally can
Terrific
nip out
hired
whenever he
Wally
wants.
West.
So he can nip out whenever he wants. You know, he's got an excuse of being a hero and working at the same time.
I'm gonna
But,
tell you. I'm gonna say this, Matt, because you might enjoy this. So I on my mini review on my Instagram of the last issue that came out, I had tagged the writer, and he actually commented on it. And when I commented back and I said, "Great job, whatever. I hope to see more Impulse soon." He liked it, like within a milliseconds of me writing it.
It's almost like it was an impulse and not actually
I
mean
hope
anything.
Impulse.
It didn't mean shit. It didn't mean
Bravo.
shit.
Bravo.
That was
good.
bravo. But yeah, Nick, a lot of
That was
writers have liked comments. That's what they do. It's how they
I
keep
just
their
want to
fan
see
base.
Impulse, dude. I want to see
No,
Impulse.
no, that's not true. I don't think so.
What?
No,
This is the guy who every time he tags someone gets a comment.
no.
Who?
Carlos. I feel like every week I'm getting a picture from Carlos of his comment. Like, look who answered me.
Because it's exciting.
They do it all the time. Every time I put an artist or a writer on there and I tag him in my reviews,
I get ignored constantly.
all the
Really?
time.
I will say I don't tell everybody all the time, but like I do get like the artist or the writer. Like
Yeah,
they'll
I
either
don't
like
brag
it
to you
or-
guys every day
I just
about it.
I just follow all the hot writers, the chicks.
It's
Sorry.
I thought Carlo wasn't here. Nuno, I guess never mind. Carlo is
I just
the
follow the hot chicks. There's
I
some
just
hot
get blocked
chicks.
on Twitter. I just get
Mhm.
blocked on Twitter.
Starting fights, being sexist. This is a great channel, isn't it? No.
No, I'm
That's
not
what
sorry.
we do. That's what we do. We got to get views somehow.
But yeah, it's good to have the flashback finally. It reminded me of the Williamsons run. You know what I mean? But we got to wait to the next issue, man. Like until I read the next issue, I'm not really convinced that the Flash is back on track. It's back on track, but it's not back to the standard that it could be.
Well, I got to go.
Oh, and just real quickly, this is the best cover ever. Let me just boom. Look at that.
Yes.
It was good to have ambush.
I hate
Bug
ambush.
back. It was good to have ambush bug back.
No, but before I go, I do want to say my pick for the next week is Magic Order. I read the first series, the first volume, and it was really good. It's got a good little plot twist that even knowing that there's a plot twist going, you're not gonna guess it. So try it. You know what? Prove me wrong. Go read Magic Order and see if you can guess it before the last issue. But they're making a second volume, and I'm pretty excited to see that. It was supposed to be part of like the Netflix Mark Miller's world, but Jupiter's Legacy kind of ruined that. So I don't know what they're gonna do there, but still looking forward to it. It's gonna be great. I see that Carlos, you have a couple of future picks here that I also agree with. I won't get into them. So
Dude, please.
The main one I'll say is Radiant Black. I love that cover, and I can't wait. It's just Radiant Black. Primordial is gonna be trash, obviously.
Wait a minute.
Are you serious? Primordial was an
Primordial came out this week, didn't it?
Amazing.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
So good.
Wait a minute. Pause. Didn't Primordial come out this week?
Okay, so crazy thing, Manny. I know you gotta go, but you gotta hear this out. So it was supposedly delayed, but somehow there was certain shops or certain parts of the U.S. Nick being one that they actually got issue number 2. So there's people that have already been posting it online. God damn it! So there's people that have already been posting it online.
Let me see some interiors just to make sure. Just can you read it for me?
Amazing.
I can't remember the last time that I had like a bad case of like FOMO, I guess, in a way, when I see people posting it, because Primordial is like it was the book that I was looking forward to this week. And
I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about here, but when I see that cover, all I can do is what's the story, Wishbone? Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Matt, you don't know Wishbone?
Which
This
one's
is why
good?
you don't know history, man. It's starting to make sense. It's starting to make sense, honestly.
I'm
Carlos,
just
I'm just
confused
gonna
how
say
you didn't
you're gonna
like
be very
Primordial.
excited. You're
I
gonna
am.
enjoy it.
Damn.
Interiors
will-
are perfect.
I will say I didn't read Primordial. I just hate it because
Oh,
Carlos.
well, if you haven't read it, mate, Tanya, it's.
I mean, if
fucking-
Carlos likes it,
I think it's straight on the top of. Well, I've discovered now not to put the best books at the top and actually put them at the bottom. I've been told to do that now, so it's going at the bottom of the pile, saving the best to last now.
is Primordial? Is it political?
Nah.
No. Well, here it has.
maybe-
Yes, but no.
Yeah,
Yes, but-
it
But, like,
has.
it's past political. It's like political things that don't really matter anymore.
Okay.
It's back in the when they sent the dogs up to space for trials. It's about those
yeah,
dogs
so-
now. What really happened to them? They didn't disappear.
Yeah.
They become alien. Well, they got abducted by aliens or whatever. It's
Yeah,
fucking good. Man.
It
Gotta
has.
read
It has. I categorized it in my review as a type of political thriller because of the fact that there are political themes that play into the story, but there is no like real,
But it's the political
not
things
currently
way back
political.
then.
I'm only
They're
in
not-
it for the artwork.
They're not today's political themes. They're
Yeah,
from
not
the
at
World
all.
War, the Cold War, and all that shit. It's from
Yeah.
way back then.
See, that's the thing
Not
right
at all.
there. So, like, when I pick books, honestly, I usually avoid books like World War II, anything that has to do with the war.
Nah,
Anything
but
that
it's
has,
got
like,
nothing to do with it.
history.
It's about the dogs. Just trust me.
Yeah.
Get it.
and
Trust me.
and
And
that's the thing.
monkeys.
What's
Fuck, if you read Good Luck, you can read this.
Good
What's-
luck was
What's good about this is that the political themes are really used to set up the story, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't read it yet and that they're still thinking about reading it because we're still barely on issue number 1, but it does take place in an alternate version of our own history, like minor tweaks that are
Think about Fallout, but not as bad.
yeah exactly, or think of like Watchmen, where certain events play out a little bit different, but that they do have important consequences to the premise of the story. But Jeff Lemire has been killing it with all of his books. Primordial's one. Manny's just mad and sad because he hasn't picked it up yet, although I know that he actually has picked it up. He's read it and he loves it, but he's just trying to be a rebel, and that's fine.
He's got a cat. He's a cat person.
I can't find it back there.
Hey,
I can't
And
see
that's
it.
fine,
Before you guys exit out too, because I know everybody got to go. Let me do my drop, man.
Hang on, just Manny's going.
No,
Are we
it's
all
just me going. You guys
Okay.
continue. Y'all can do the whole movies and all that stuff, but I gotta go.
I'm here for another 20 minutes. I'm going to some Halloween bullshit, but
So,
let me drop my
Let me-
thing, man. I read a comic. Peace.
I
Please.
want to listen to Nuno's real quick. Go ahead.
I did. King,
come on, man.
I did King the Conqueror, and I'm on issue 2, and basically I ain't gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna spoil a lot. So the issue 1 starts off with like you got baby Kang and you got adult Kang, and basically it looks like that he's raising him and stuff and teaching him a few things, and he's like learns all these stories that this older Kang keeps telling him about, and that's basically issue 1 of him like getting into his teens and stuff and learning all these stories of heroes that this Kang fought, and they're like in like a remote land desert, like by themselves basically, and they stay to themselves. And the kid, like any kid, explores and stuff. But the older Kang is like, nah, that's not what we do. You know what I mean? We don't interfere with humans. They're gonna all die. Like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of story. So he's kind of like setting the groundwork, and you really don't understand it because you're like, okay, this is just like a variant. You know what I mean? But from issue 2, it's looking like that. It's like one of those, when the show start off with the ending is the beginning, basically. So
Yo, real quick. I love that. I love that.
All right, so I'm not gonna spoil
for it.
too much.
I'm a sucker for it. I love
Hey,
it.
so listen to
Is
this. Old
wait,
Kang
is
tells young
Is
Kang,
it Young Kang Iron Lad?
Yeah.
bruh, don't
Oh,
say nothing
oh,
because I'm
wait.
about to say some crazy shit, bruh.
version.
Listen. I'm glad you said that, Nick, because he does some crazy shit. It don't make no sense. All right, we're still in issue 1. My man Old Kang tells young Kang that the place they're in is going to be destroyed by a catastrophic event. You know what's happening? and they're going to be leaving this time. They're going to be going to another time. So, of course, what does young Kang do? He don't have no suit. He don't have no weapons. While they're sleeping, he puts on the older Kang suit and flies out of time. And the old Kang wakes up with the planet getting destroyed, basically. So that's how issue 1 ends. Issue 2 is when you got Moon Knight introduced. So Moon Knight got the crazy mask.
Don't say too much, because I will say this.
Hey, look, I'm gonna just say this, bro.
I have seen people go for it.
Yo, just one thing. The way you meet Moon Knight is he puts his freaking sword through like you know that Egyptian god, the eagle, the Ra? It's like a soldier. He's wearing a mask, and that's the way you meet Moon Knight. He's basically the soldier's about to kill Kang, the young Kang, because he transported to Egypt in like a 4th dynasty. And these Egyptians are about to kill him, and all you see is a knife slice a head open, like in half. And behind it is Moon Knight with a crazy mask, bruh.
Bro, all right, listen. I have seen people raving about the Kane comic. I didn't pick it up. I was almost gonna pick it up, but I didn't.
Yeah, I almost picked it up, and I didn't either.
And honestly, I have to go back and to my shop and pick it up. Thankfully, they ordered like a really nice amount of copies, and I know that they still have some. So that's gonna be my fun trip to the shop tomorrow to pick up a copy, because I'm gonna jump on it. Nuno, can you confirm that the artwork is awesome? Because I've seen
artwork is like Hickman, like the Fantastic Four. I was gonna say that. It's like very Hickman style, straight lines. It ain't no bullshit. Like it's really like.
All right. All right, I gotta check it out.
You see that, boy?
All right,
it's like a hologram.
It's the screen.
But yeah,
I won't spoil much, but like Nick said, Kang ends up like getting into a fight. I'm not gonna spoil it. And you're halfway through issue 2, and he turns into Iron Lad, young lad, or whatever Nick said. His whole armor turns like Iron Man, bruh. He's in Egypt, like 4th dynasty with Moon Knight, and he's got like the Iron Man and everything. He literally turned into Iron Man. And anyway,
isn't a version of Kang becomes Iron Lad and starts the Young Avengers, right? Right, Carlos?
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy, bro. He get the suit, the OG 90s suit, like the early 2000s, like the buttons, the face mask that's realistic. It looks crazy. It looks like that the story is like the beginning, the ending is the beginning. It looks like he might have left himself on a planet to die.
Okay. Dope.
He was like raising himself, basically, because issue 3 is another hero that's mentioned in issue 1, or a villain. Like you meet villains and heroes. He fights all kinds of people, but it's just like 10, 15 characters that, like, you know, when they do the panel and it's just like one little shot of one hero, another shot of one hero, like he's getting like knocked out or something, or it's like the Fantastic Four jumping at you. So it just tells you about all these different heroes and their names. So it would make sense. It's like a 12-issue run, because we've been saying 12-issue run's been really popular. It's like one panel of different characters, and we're already on like the 3rd or 4th character on issue 3.
That's
but
dope.
Hey, check it out, bro. It's different. And literally Nick said it. I don't know what the heck. He turns into Iron Man, like literally the iron suit. And I thought I was going crazy, but no, it's like all Iron Man. It's red, silver. It has the crest, everything. It's sick. It's sick.
Cool. Yo, if you guys don't mind, I want to give my picks for next week, because I do got to head out.
Go ahead.
And this one is kind of I wouldn't say a surprise, I guess, but my pick for what I'm most excited about next week is actually the Human Target from Tom King and Greg Smallwood. And I've been pretty harsh on Tom King because of his run on Batman. I gotta be honest, I wasn't a fan. It's what made me leave Batman for a very long time. It just wasn't my cup of tea. And, you know, I know that there's a lot of people that really enjoyed it, but it just wasn't for me. But recently, I have been reading Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, also written by Tom King. and it's probably one of the
Awful.
best.
Awful. Not good.
Probably one of the best comics that I have read this year. One of the most well put together comics this year. The dialogue, the interactions, the emotion behind it, the artwork, it just blew my mind, and it took me back to Vision Tom King, to Mr. Miracle Tom King. And I feel like he just
You didn't read Strange Adventures, right?
Huh?
I did.
His
What?
Strange Adventures series that he just finished.
No, I didn't jump on it because, again, of what happened with
I'll give you the first 6 issues
Batman?
for $10.
I didn't read it because, again, of what happened with Batman, but I am planning on going back and reading it because I have heard good things as I decided to look back at some of the work that he's done outside of Batman after I've read the issues of Supergirl. And the Human Target is, I mean, what, C character level, I guess, around there, D list, I don't know. But I think that the premise of the character is pretty awesome, and I feel like he excels at writing, again, C list, B list characters. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited. But that's my pick of the week. Just wanted to throw that out there. Sorry, guys, I really gotta go. It was fun, and let's see what happens next week with the comics. See you guys. Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
All right. I guess I'll just do what I'm excited. Oh, hi Carlos. Oh, bye Carlos.
What you looking forward to, Nick?
Yeah, for next week, I'm really excited for. Where are we at? Boom and boom. Oh,
No, yeah, go back to the main screen.
Go back to this, and then what? I move. Yeah. Still trying to figure this out. Oh, all right, whatever. Dark Knights of Steel. This is by my favorite Australian next to Matt, Tom Taylor. This is the first of 12 issue series. Dark Knights of Steel. It's this weird. He's been really pushing and teasing this for a while now. I'm pretty sure he just put a video trailer out like an hour ago. Yeah, I think this is gonna be really cool. There's Game of Thrones kind of vibe, medieval knight kind of thing. We all know.
Hey Nick, is that remember that old toy that they had of the Knights Batman, and he had all the armor? Is that?
Yeah, it looks really similar to that. I think.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. But they've been really pushing this, and I know Carlos and Manny have been talking crap on it. But you know what? He did a great job with Deceased. He writes really good Batman stuff. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see where he goes with.
Yeah, it's a reverse. It's the reverse Batman Ninja.
It's completely different to what he would usually do. That's why it's going to be a bit. It's going to be a hit or a miss. It's not going to be one of those.
It's different, and 12. There's nothing a lot of people are complaining about what he's doing with Superman or whatever, but he's doing a great job with Nightwing. This is a whole nother spectrum. If it sucks, it sucks. But I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see the direction he's going to take.
And it can be a little bit more wackier and still be grounded because of where it's placed.
I'm hoping that it's
how it's going to be told. Told from the medieval times. Is it? You know what I mean? Did Superman?
That's why I said, is it like a Batman Ninja kind of take on it? Probably, right?
I don't know. Superman's got to land in his rocket ship somewhere, so he's landing. You know what I mean? It's just I'm curious to see how it's done.
It's definitely going to be interesting, and it's definitely going to be original. That's what I'm really excited about.
Well, Superman going to be mystical or something, like a super strong guy or something, right? It's going to be.
I don't know if anything that's done anything in this direction before.
But it's that when you said it, Nick, I'm thinking of Witcher. Then it should be like that. That's what you want, right? That's what you want.
Kind of.
Bane juicing up, drinking some kind of berries and getting morphed up and stuff, right?
That's
Yeah,
what I mean.
I hope it's good.
It's just gonna be weird. Like it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be different, but that could be a good thing.
But
you
that's
know?
what I want. I want different. I don't want the same 5 thing. Like, I don't want to spoil Deep Target for you, but basically, when I read the first issue of Deep Target, it just reminded me of something I've already been through. It was good. It was fun. It was entertaining. But that's the thing. I feel like everything is just the same redone story, every couple of years. It's the same thing over and over again. Like, this looks like it's going to be unique and brand new. Like, Deceased was very unique for the DC universe. Yeah, it was kind. You had Marvel Zombies, but this was a very different take on the DC characters. And I enjoyed that. I'm hoping that he takes the same kind of the same way he's doing Dark Ages in Marvel Dark Ages. Like, it's very dark, it's very different, it's very unique. I'm excited to see it. I think it's going to be a hit. I want it to be. Is it going to be? Who knows? But
I can definitely see animated coming from it, bro.
Oh yeah,
that would be cool.
I just want sword fights. I want to see sword fights. I don't want to see Superman flying and fucking punching people. I want to see sword fights. I want to see Deathstroke have a sword fight with Batman.
Yeah, it's going to be right. It's going to be Deathstroke. It's going to be Man-Bat. So Croc is probably going to be there. So they're going to probably use all the mythical looking creatures. Two-Face might be a character there. You know what I'm saying?
Black Manta could be like the pirates of the medieval time.
Boom, bruh.
That would look dope.
And those are miniseries. Now you can have an Aquaman one that's a miniseries, like Atlantis in like night times. So that's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, it'd be interesting to see how it goes. It's the one that I'm probably
the 3 main focuses are Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, obviously, because from all the covers I've seen. But I also saw some images of Harley Quinn.
I haven't seen
because she's a jester, so they're gonna be like jesters, bro. It's gonna be hard, bro. It's gonna work to an extent, and that's why I said even if you do some wacky stuff, you get away with it because you're kind of in this Dungeon and Dragons world, so it kind of works, like little trolls, magic, But Matt says, it should be interesting to see Superman. Is he just gonna be flying and smashing through stuff?
Or riding horse, mate. I want to see him riding a horse.
Dude, that would be cool, bro. That would be cool. He's some kind of emperor or something, right? Something.
So is that out next week, is it?
It comes out next week.
Okay, so I'm definitely going to review that. That should be a hot buzz for everyone to talk about, I think. Steel Knights.
Taylor, mate, he's at the top of his game at the moment, and a lot of people...
He's a really interesting writer. He takes different takes on characters, and if he's with the right artist, I'm trying to, who's the artist on this?
Yeah, that one isn't as great as other.
And which
Yasmin Putri?
Never heard of him.
And which comic is the one that I was referring to, Nick and Matt? The other Dark Knight. That's like a knight with when he has the visor and he has
is that
It's the different time zones when he skips times when he gets displaced, right? And he's a pirate.
Bruce Wayne. That's Bruce Wayne. I've got that.
What is that? That's a good. I love that.
Yeah, I've got that one. I've got that. Bruce Wayne. It's
Caveman.
He goes through all the timelines of being some. Yeah. I've got that one.
That's what? That's 10 years ago, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's 2010 era. Maybe even older.
Got it in a box right there. Now
nice.
It's picking me off what the name.
You're gonna send me a picture of it when you get a chance.
So this artist, she worked on a bunch of issues of Nightwing in 2019, and she worked on a bunch of issues of Rebirth Hellblazer.
What? Hellblazer, the Constantine one?
Yeah, the Rebirth series. She did art for that for a bunch of issues, for 14 issues.
No, I didn't like the Constantine Rebirth, though. It was Batman: The Return of Bruce Wayne by Grant Morrison.
Ooh, Grant Morrison.
That's what you're thinking about.
What I'm talking about?
Yeah, where he becomes like a...
What year? What
The
year?
Barbarian and
What
all
year,
of that.
brother? What year?
It was Return of Bruce Wayne. Where is it?
Man,
Turn, because I got it as a 6 issue.
yeah, it's not long. I have all the toys. I have the cake.
2010.
Huh?
2010.
Bro, we were right. Yo.
Yeah. See, that's when he was like the Barbarian.
Yup. I have
Yeah.
that toy. And I have the Witch Hunter one. I have the Witch Hunter one.
Yeah, it's that one. That's a good fucking series, man.
Dude, that is a solid series, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that was like fucking 2010 it said. So yeah, 11 years
We were
ago.
right. We were literally right.
Well, Lex Luthor banning it was after a series. I can't remember what it was, but Lex Luthor killed Batman or banished Batman through a time portal. I can't remember how it was.
And then they copied the Dark Siege when Dark Siege shoots him with the Omega Beam and transports him back. That was such a ripoff to me. I liked it. I really liked it because it explores like the Bat Clan lore, but it was just a cheap, like, we were already there in 2010.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, it's fucking, that was actually a real good series. I only remember you saying that because I literally, when I was going through my box last week, 2 weeks ago, I seen it and I was like, fuck.
I think I might have to reread that.
What are you most excited for that coming in your next shipment?
My firepower that I was meant to get in this shipment that came last week. Fucking, the blokes forgot to put it in there.
What did they forget?
No. So I got all my comics, but me and my mate both get firepower. So they put one firepower in there and not the other. And me being the nice bloke I am, because sometimes I can be an arsehole, the nice bloke, I said, you keep it. I'll wait. So they said, yeah, we'll ship the other one. But so I'm looking forward to that because I haven't read it yet. But man, Ordinary Gods and Deathstroke, man, are the two that.
Deathstroke's definitely good. I really like the art.
Yeah, I was mixed about the
first issue.
No, like mixed
you didn't get the
about
first issue,
him and Black Widow,
Black Canary,
team up kind of thing. I was a bit this is a bit weird, but the first issue I agree with you, but then like it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Like it could have.
I really like Toymaker in the second issue.
Was he in the second one?
Yeah, well, they show him.
Yeah.
But they don't show what he does yet. And they really give him like a good role. And they take on a really cool villain. You're going to have fun with it.
Yeah. No, I'm fucking looking forward to that. But man, Ordinary Gods, I'm looking like it's like my favorite at the moment.
I was going to hop on that, but I couldn't find issue 1, so I decided not to.
Yeah, mate. The concept of it's really good, but it's one of those how long can you really drag this out for kind of thing. You know what I mean?
But that's the whole thing with with most indie titles is like unless it's like a what's the word? Like a Walking Dead kind of thing. Like how long is it really gonna go?
And even Walking Dead, Nick, as much as I love it, I freaking love it. It was like a bad guy that does crazy stuff in every town. So it's repetitive too, eventually.
Yeah, Walking Dead. I got off that after because I've got them all up to when they introduced that girl in the pink jacket.
Bro, they just went off the rails. But then
after that, I stopped there. But to be honest, after they killed my honey, even on the movie, the girl that plays on the show is just when they put the Spanish girl's head on the fence.
Oh. Yeah. The little Victoria's Secret model.
Rosita?
Yeah.
I think that's her name.
Yeah, after they killed off her, especially on the show, like my girl, man.
Hey, do me a favor, Nick, because you're into it. If there's a super rare comic of the Knights, Metal Knights, that's like a rare one that I need to cop, let me know. I want to grab it. I'm in for it.
Yeah, I haven't really liked any of the variants yet. I'm just gonna get the A cover. But
I got the A cover. I didn't like the other variant.
The original.
Yeah, right now I'm at this point I'm just trying to freaking cut down my DC stuff. I cut down my Marvel and I'm cutting down my DC. It's just too many titles.
December,
and I'm enjoying most of them, so I gotta be like super cutthroat with it.
Wait till December.
Hey guys, I gotta log off real quick. I'll chat with you guys.
We might as well just call it.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out too.
Wait till December, Nick. Wait to see how many comics come. All right, fellas.
I'm reading next week. When does Shining Metal Knights come out again?
Next week.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely getting on that then.
All right, guys. Thanks for everyone watching this and you tune in after.
Thank you, guys.
1 month later, you can find us on Instagram, YouTube.
Sorry about the technical difficulties.
Twitch. You can follow us all on Instagram over there, and we'll hopefully most likely be back next Saturday live again around 4:30 every New York time every Saturday.
Appreciate it, Nick. You killed that, man.
Catch you later, fellas.
All righty.